Another violent end to a domestic relationship on Maui, which is now being investigated as a homicide. Eric Nacton reports on this troubling trend for the Valley Isle.
Could more have been done to prevent a fatal tragedy?
It's always so devastating to hear of another person that's died because of domestic violence and on our islands.
A woman is stabbed to death this week on Maui. 41-year-old Danny Freitas reportedly confessed to the stabbing death of 43-year-old Janine Cara Sturgeon. It occurred in a Kahului apartment Wednesday.
If we went back 2 or 3 months, is there more that could have been done that you would recommend?
Yes, because somebody died, to me, that means there's more that needs to be done. There wasn't enough that happened for this person so that she could stay alive.
They were reportedly romantically involved and had a history of violence.
It looked like she was taking the right steps to get a restraining order to stop this person from harming her any further. But collectively as a community, there's much more that we can do and we're responsible for to make sure that another person doesn't die by domestic violence. We can help to ease the shame and to not stigmatize people who are going through domestic violence. We can help our neighbors to know if somebody that they are aware that is abusive shows up, to let them know. There's domestic violence organizations and shelters on every one of our islands, and we would also look systemically what's happening with our police department, what's happening with law enforcement, what's the response happening in that community to stop that person from showing up.
Freitas was charged with murder in the first degree, which has a penalty of life in prison without the possibility of parole.
2 domestic violence deaths in a month on Maui.
Yes.
These are women that passed away.
Correct. They're both intimate partner relationships where they were murdered by their partners.
Is there something that should change in the legal or legislative system that can help improve this?
There are always changes that are being looked at on the legislative level. For example, there's SB 295 that increases penalties for individuals who violate protective orders, which is very supportive and beneficial and should bring greater safety and support. And if you feel afraid, there's many organizations that you can reach out to get information to find out if you are in a domestic violence or an abusive relationship. There's domestic violence agencies on every one of the islands. Call one of them to get information. On a community level, there's things that we can do to help our neighbors who might be going through domestic violence. Talk to them, ask them if they need help. Be aware of your surroundings. If an abuser shows up, call the police.
Eric Nacton, Island News.